Warbles on a lot to YouTube. Yarraford Road intersection, clip 2 begins. Bit of finger trouble there, sorry about that. That's where your double line starts. 110 metres out from the intersection. And this is about the sight picture that you get with your head the same height it is when you're driving a car. 4-wheel drive, put it up to there. Okay, I'm going to have to get off the road, there's more traffic coming. Okay, on the north side, or the east side of the intersection now, having a look at the remedial work they did for the southbound traffic. As you can see, it's a bit more extensive than what they did on the west side of the road. They actually have, as you can see by the different colours of bitumen, they've built the embankment up. So now, when you come out of there and you're trying to accelerate the highway speed, you have actually got a little bit more of a roadside verge to get out onto. Okay, so I'm now 120 metres north of the intersection, and you're going to love this. Alright, we pan down and around, and then we have a truck down there, so I've got to make this quick. See this? That's the crash cruise marker. This is where the truck crossed the road. Alright. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 3.3, and he's through the intersection. Right, not quite as silly as I look, eh? As you can see, the truck has been climbing that hill. It's come up here, it's got to there, it's drifted across the road, it's continued drifting on and out of control. And in case I was wrong with that first mark, more crash analysis, so I wasn't out by far. 10 metres perhaps, arguable. We are now 60 metres out, and I'm assuming that's where the truck was smack in the middle of the wrong lane. Okay, and at that point, sadly, that's when the fella driving the northbound car hit the brakes, swerved to try and get out of the way of the truck because he thought the truck was going to stay in the northbound lane. But that's not what happened. That is not what happened at all. Checking out the marks. See that? That's where a skid mark stopped. That's where another skid mark stopped. See these little dotty points? This is the actual impact point. So if we stand in the impact point and we look straight down there, alright, backtrack the truck's skid marks, turn me around 180 degrees, alright, if only old mate driving the northbound car had thought to stay in his lane, if he'd been somehow telepathic enough to realise that the truck was not under command, that it was going to keep going off the road, and that the impact point was going to be entirely off the carriageway. That's the northbound, that's the two double lines, that's a northbound car. The impact was not even on the road, it was on the roadside verge. Okay, now, continuing, that's a skid mark track, skid mark track, skid mark track, skid mark track. That's where the skid started. That's the driver's side front wheel. Skid mark track, 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 skid mark track. That's the passenger side front wheel. Okay? Old mate was under brakes, skidding into the impact, but he wasn't on the actual carriageway. And here we see the little dotty marks caused by the truck's tyres, which were presumably skidding due to loss of hydraulic pressure. You know, big trucks, they're made to fail safe, lose hydraulic pressure and the brakes come on. Okay, I just got a battery warning, so I got to stop now. Ciao.